Adenosine triphosphate, ATP, by Anna Elise Pollard. ATP is the main type of energy used in cells. It gives power to cells so that they can perform different types of reactions necessary for their functions. ATP is a nucleoside that has quite a few unique components. The first component is adenosine. It has the nitrogenous base adenine connected to ribose, which is a 5-carbon sugar. The other components of this nucleoside are 3 phosphate groups bonded in the molecule in a particular order, alpha being closest to the adenosine, beta in the middle, and gamma being the farthest. Although there are weaker bonds between the adenosine and the alpha phosphate group, the bonds between phosphate groups are stronger, these being alpha to beta and beta to gamma. The high energy bonds between these phosphate groups are called phosphoanhydride bonds. These phosphate groups in the tails repel each other due to their negative charges all being on the same side. This causes them to push away from each other and become unstable. As you can see in the photo that I have up on here, you can kind of see how the negative charges are all along the bottom, and this causes a negative energy to push them all apart. How it works. ATP molecules are broken up by the process of hydrolysis. When the molecule is hydrolyzed, it releases a whole lot of the high energy between the phosphate groups, since the products of this decomposition reaction, ADP and the remaining phosphate group, have lower energies. In a standard ATP hydrolysis reaction, 30.5 kilojoules of energy are produced. But in a cell, there is way more energy produced due to the environmental factors. In cells, this reaction produces about 57 kilojoules of energy. Energy coupling. ATP creates some reactions through energy coupling. This is when ATP goes through hydrolysis, therefore having an exergonic reaction, in which the energy released by this reaction is absorbed by a different system and used to catalyze another reaction. In this picture, you see it being used in a battery where the H2O is helping to release the energy, and then the H2O goes out, and that requires energy. Also, it's important to note that it's an exergonic reaction that's occurring in the beginning, and then an endergonic reaction at the end. An example of energy coupling in action can be seen when observing the way the sodium-potassium pump functions. The pump requires 1 ATP molecule to bring in 2 potassium ions and push out 3 sodium ions. The energy from the hydrolysis reaction combines with the energy in the pump to help it function. The gamma phosphate group attaches to the proteins in the pump. The phosphate helps free up some energy to push the sodium out of the cell, and then the phosphate detaches and reattaches itself to potassium and helps to bring that into the cell. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and learned some helpful information. Here are the sources I use to get my information. Have a great day.